there is a long kind of thing. Near that there's a leaf going side, no?
No, ma'am.
No, it's A. I'll tell why.
No,
It's from the bottom. See.
I think it's
It's nothing because the middle tree has a rounded end, and no tree has a rounded end, right?
Perfect. Kishan. Yeah. It's of course it's none of the above.
no, it's B. For me, it's B.
It's none of the above. Like
Good morning, everyone. Okay, we will start today's Jaatre. I will put it on Slack if you want to compare the pictures more. Yeah.
Which is the answer, Leela?
Sorry.
Which is the answer?
All answers are its answers. They match some way or the other.
This
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
Is it correctly, Leela? Which is the
Yeah, we will
correct
discuss more on Slack. Right now it is Jaatre time. We will start our Jaatre, okay?
Okay.
Yes. So today's Jaatre is on Astro sign. 11:05 to 11:30 guest will be talking, and 11:30 to 11:55 it will be open for question and answers. So you can type your questions on chat window. Okay, even in between, if you have some questions, you can type on chat window so I can make a note and then share. And 11:55 to 12, it is. If anybody wants to connect more with the guest, it is 12 to 12:15. You can stay back and connect. So, yeah, welcome to our guest Satyanand. Satyanand, he works in SITEL office. He works as a finance senior manager, and his passion is spirituality, long drive. His passion is more into astrology. So he relates astrology. Or these zodiac signs, hope many of them would be knowing. So he connects with that, and he got interested in astrology when one of the person shared about the past, present, and future of his sister. So then he got it, and when he found the right resource to know about it, he has started his journey. I guess in the last 5 years he's been exploring astrology, right, Satyanand? Okay.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. With this, I will hand over the session to Satyanand to start sharing. Yeah.
Hello, good morning, all of you.
Good morning. You all can switch on videos. Satyanand can also connect with us. Sorry, I myself haven't switched on.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you all see Uncle? Satyanand?
I can't see.
Hello.
Yeah, I can see Uncle.
Good morning, all of you. How are you doing?
Hi, uncle. Good morning.
All good.
Good.
So, are you all excited to know about astronomy or astrology?
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
I was doing.
Okay. So, shall we move on?
Yes, Satyanand, we can start.
One question.
Yes.
Do you do palmistry?
I'm actually learning that. I haven't
Okay.
yet got hang of it. I know a little bit.
Yeah, with respect to time, we can keep all our questions either in the chat window or in your note or something. So we can ask after 11:30. Okay, Krishnang and others? Yeah,
Okay,
keep
thank
your
you.
questions. Yeah. Yes, Satyanand, you can share your screen.
Yeah, just did. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yes, I can see the solar systems.
Great. So do you guys know term zodiac?
No.
Yes, I know.
Okay, can you tell me what it is?
No, I
I
don't know.
mean, it's our what it it's like our birth mark. I mean, if we are born in the month of August, like I am, then we get Leo or a Virgo. If we
Mhm.
are born after August 20th, we get Virgo. But if we are born before August 20th, we are
Right. So what is that? What do
it's
we call that
like
as?
I don't know, but I know about the zodiac. Like there are
Ye-
Chinese zodiac and Greek zodiac.
Yes. So that is called zodiac sign, right? The sign in which you are born. Okay. So we are talking about overall zodiac. You know how it is and where it is in the in our solar system or outer space. How do we see it? So what is the definition of it? How do we recognize it? Okay. So it is actually a belt of heavenly bodies that is spread across the celestial equator, 8 degrees above that and 8 degrees below that. So all the planets that we have in our solar system, they are not evenly at a one plane. You know, we draw on 2D pictures on our classroom boards or in your notebooks. Like we just draw circles around the sun and then we put each of the planet, right? But it is not at the same plane. Like they are spread unevenly within that 18 degrees alongside of the orbit. So that is called like this. You can see the screen, right? The image. If you see the middle, we have sun. Around that, Earth rotates. This circle, the sphere which we have around that. So for that, 8 degrees on top and 8 degrees below, whatever we have, this entire thing we call it as zodiac. And this is broken down by 12 different parts. So each of it is called one sign. Like Krishank said, so if somebody is born during mid-April, mid-March and April, so they come under Aries, right, Krishank?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that, it moves this way: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. That is how we go and come back to Pisces. So it's a 360-degree measure what we have. So each house is divided into 30 degrees. Okay, you're good with this? Next, we'll move on to this image where I was saying to you that these planets are in different length and orbit. You can see from Sun, all these planets which we have inner innermost circle, they are called internal inner celestial objects. We have Mars, Venus, Earth, Mercury, right? And then we have in outer space Jupiter, Saturn, uh, Uranus, Neptune. So there is a belt of um, asteroids which we have in between. They separate inner planets versus outer planets. There is again one Kuiper belt which is there outside of our solar system. Next, so you know how seasons are formed on Earth? It's because of the
Yes, I know.
yeah. Tell me,
It's in an oval shape. The
right?
circle is an oval shape.
Hmm.
So Earth, Sun is here. Earth is little far. Sun
Hmm.
is not in the middle of the oval shape. It's a little on the side. So when
Right.
Earth goes opposite of the Sun, it is winter. When it comes near the Sun, it is summer. And
Hmm.
in the middle, rain season and all comes.
Yeah.
So sometimes the axis is close to the sun and sometimes it's far away.
Yes.
Like suppose, yeah, in this oval only we will take sun. Now it's shown on the center. I don't know why.
Orbit, sorry. Orbit is
Little
sometimes close
side.
to the sun.
If it comes there, it will be like winter. If it goes near the sun, it will be summer.
Yes, you're partially correct. That there's another reason for which we see this. The Earth is tilted about 23 degrees on um, the sun's path, right? On the
Yeah,
orbit
yeah.
on which it rotates. Because of that, what happens whenever sun is coming towards these 2 points, you will have this side the day is longer.
Yeah, day.
The night is shorter. Here, the night is longer and day is shorter. So in summers, our days are longer, and in winters, nights are longer, right? Then when sun is over equator, this side and this side we have equinoxes. These are
Equinox means
solstice.
equal days and equal
Yes,
nights.
nights. Right. Okay. Then what we have. So the tilt what we have here, it right now shows towards the North Pole star. We call that as North Star, right? So it started tilting towards it during at the time of 285, year 285 AD. So it takes another 25,000 years to shift its the tilt towards Vega, from Polaris to Vega. So you guys know, yeah, have you ever played with top?
Top
I
meaning?
have.
What? What?
I have.
A top?
I have.
Oh yeah, I played with.
I have.
Yeah, I have played with.
I
So
have.
when you release how top wobbles and it tilts towards one side of it while it is rotating, revolving around its side, so
Yeah.
faster speed. So that is how even Earth tilts 23 degrees. While it is doing that revolutions at one point of over a period of time, it actually takes 25,000 years, and then it slowly shifts its the way it is tilted from that side to this side. So it recedes about 50 seconds every year. So it will take about 30,000, 25,000 years to make that 360-degree completion. So if when it is north side, the North Pole is exposed towards sun, right? And the South Pole is away from sun's impact. So more snow is in South Pole than North Pole. But after 30 to 25,000 years, it shifts and the opposite happens. This is called the precession of equinox. Okay.
Even I've heard that from North Pole there is big magnet and all.
Yeah.
So you mean Arctic will be colder than Antarctica or what?
Yes. Okay. Then we'll move on to time measures. You know, we have a 60 seconds in a minute, and 60 minutes we call it as an hour. Then
Yes.
24 hours is a day, right? 7 days
Yes.
is a week, 30 days is a month, 365 days is a year. And in leap year, how many days will we have?
366.
366.
Yes. So once in every 4 years, we'll
Because
have an
it's a
additional
leap
day.
year.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That February 29 will come.
Yes. That is a leap year. And then 100 years we call as a century. So when it comes to zodiac, we also have some measures, right? There, 1 minute, 60 seconds, we count it as 1 minute. Then 60 minutes as 1 degree. So 30 degrees is one sign, like earlier I said, one zodiac sign like Aries or Taurus. And then 12 of those 30 signs sorry, 12 signs of those 30 degrees will make up to 360 degrees. That is what we call it as zodiac. Okay. This is how we measure the time on celestial sphere. Okay. How do we measure on Earth our times? You guys know what are
Latitude,
longitudes?
longitude.
How longitude is formed? So in
Longitude are imaginary lines,
yeah,
like imaginary standing lines, and latitude are imaginary sleeping lines.
right. What is the importance of them?
They, I think they are for degrees.
Mhm.
Degrees.
Yeah. See,
And
the
that's why
longitude
we use GST, right? Greenwich Mean Time. Sorry, GM.
GMT. So during prehistoric days, so how they used to measure time? They used to have their sundials, right? So each one used to have their own sundial, and each of the place that existed on Earth, different countries had different time systems, and it was all not standard. Like if I would have been in Hyderabad and you're in Delhi, if I would have said, let's meet at 10 a.m. in the morning. So you had your own clock at 10 a.m. of your time, you would say you would come up. I had my own clock, so I will show up at 10 a.m. based on my clock. So it would always be difficult for both of us to match our time. So just to ease out these differences,
You have a mean time.
it's they have standardized time zones
Yeah.
on Earth. So what they did, they took prime GMT, the Greenwich as the place. They took that as a zero prime meridian. So from there towards eastern side, if we go 10 degrees, it's a positive thing. If we go towards negative, that's a receding from prime meridian. So each hour, one latitude makes 1 hour distance from prime meridian. So do you guys know what is the time zone of India? You can see now.
Plus,
Yes.
yes.
So this is the prime meridian, the red line which you're seeing. It's going through Greenwich. So from there, where is India on map? Here we have
Yeah.
the line that is cutting across India.
6.
It's 5.5 hours.
And
Where is it? Where is it? 5.5 hours.
This
5
is this is
it's
fifth
middle of
hour.
5 and 6.
It's in between 5 and 6. This is
Oh.
17 hours and this is 18. So from 0, it is +5, and in between +6. It's 5.5 hours. So what does it mean? Any place that we have across India, the time is going to be the same. That is how they have set it, right? But for astrology purposes, what we need is the correct exact time at which the time of that place at which you are born. So then that time is different than what we see standardized time on clocks, right? On clock, what we see in all our clocks, that is called standard time. But for calculating astrology calculations and mathematics, what we do, we need the local time. So that is little different than what we see on our clock. Let's say, for example, we take Mumbai. The Mumbai's longitude is 72 degrees 50 east. If we convert that, that will not come to 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours is equivalent to 82 degrees 30 minutes east. That is our Indian longitude. Okay. The difference in between that 82 and 72, if we take out the 10 degrees, that is when we will get Mumbai's time, local time. Right. That is how we do the calculations in astrology. Okay. Do you want to guess what is the time zone for Australia? You can see
Nine, I think. 9.
it is actually it is based on the capital city of the country. So, what is the capital city of Australia?
Capital city,
Canberra.
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 Okay, it's actually what they've taken is the 10 hours
Yes,
plus 10.
10 o'clock.
Yes, it's plus 10 from prime meridian. Okay, what would be that for New York?
-4, -3 or 4.
It's actually New York is where?
There,
It is here.
above.
Oh, here.
New York is -5. It's telling there only.
It's
-5.
-5.
Uncle, can you zoom out on the screen a little? Yeah, now it's fine.
Yes.
It's
So New
-5.
York is there, it is -5.
New York is -5.
When you zoom in, it's written -5. United
Yes.
States minus
Yes.
like that.
But the United States is broken down into different time zones because their
It's such a big
spread is,
country.
yes. Because of that, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 time zones, 4 different time zones. Okay.
Satyanand,
Yeah.
would you like to share a little bit about your profession? It's
Okay. So
yeah.
my profession, I'm a finance manager. So have a team of 12 members. All of us together, we help our company in managing their budgets and finances. So the area which we support is about 120 million US dollars, the spread of it. So we reach out to all the departments and help them to plan their next year's spend, and we budget it. And then based on whatever the budget that we finalized and freezed that they can spend for next upcoming year, then we track it against that how they are spending, and we help them to manage and maintain their budget.
Also, about little about your passion, how you started, and what's your journey till now.
Okay, so like as you have seen on the flyer, um, just sometime back when I was 20-year-old, my sister's family, they've actually visited, uh, s- a seer or a person who was, um, you know, doing palmistry and astrology. So they could see that person actually looked into my sister's right thumb impression, and he was predicting about her family, and also in that prediction, there was a mention about me and my life, without even looking at my details. He could articulate or clearly spell out what was happening at that time in my life, and what would be happening in future, and what already happened in the past. So I was excited, and very next day I took an appointment and went there to find out more details. So that is how it was one of the situations that excited me to know more about this subject. So from that time, I've been looking for right time to learn, but due to my the work career commitments and other family commitments, I couldn't get time. But of late, we had, and also we were looking for an authentic source where we can learn from proper guru or a teacher. So myself and my wife, it was back in 2017, we started this course with ICAS, Indian Council of Astrological Sciences. It was founded by Dr. B.V. Raman. So they teach astrology courses for 2 years, Pravina and Visharda. So we have completed, and they have in Secunderabad earlier when we started. Back then they had only one center, which was in Padmarao Nagar. But now they have spread into 7 groups across the city, because of as the city is growing, it is also difficult for each and every person to travel to that point. So we had a new branch that was opened in Sanikpuri. They required a um, faculty, so they approached, and so I have started volunteering for it. That way, I teach on each Sundays to the interested students a variety of subjects like mathematics, astrology, medical astrology, and Tajika Shastra, Prashna, uh, that we call it as horary astrology, like that. Different subjects which we have. So, okay, that is how I was into the astrology right now, whatever I'm doing. So I still consider myself as a student. Every day I keep learning with my interactions with students, and what I see and what I teach, and how I get in touch with um, the zodiac, the natal charts, which we receive as a request. So it's a vast subject, and it has a lot of depth into it. It's a scientifically tested and tried principles which were outlined by our seers. Um, so it's something it's considered as a limb of Vedas, Vedanga, we call it as. So it's in Vedic astrology, it is called Jyotisha. So it's considered as eyes for Vedas, that gives with which we are able to see our past, future, and present, and alter our situations accordingly. So, and like if you are going out, so you want to travel, if you are traveling somewhere, you want to travel without any difficulties, and you would like to travel peacefully, happily, and enjoy the drive and come back home safely. So that would always be our intention and effort that we put in when we plan for it. So there is something called election of time in astrology. So that helps you to avoid any unforeseen events. So it is always advised and preferred to set a muhurta, or an election of time, what we call in English, and set yourself in your travel. So it is made sure you'll have a fruitful journey and come back safely. Okay, that is one way which we can use astrology. And also when you have major events in your life, like you celebrate a marriage or the events, you get into a marital life. At the time, also they see some muhurta or election of time where you can tie the knot, so that there is no calamity or disturbances during that particular time when the event is happening. Similarly, there are rules and subject that was set out where you can predict the mundane events. If any earthquake comes or a rainfall, how crops will grow, all those things. A lot of things covered in these science.
Yeah, it was nice that you have shared about what you have been working and your passion. Yeah,
Yeah.
now we will start with question and answers. Like Mukunda was asking, when will COVID-19 get over?
Mhm.
Prediction.
Okay. So there are. It is actually. Um, yeah, I haven't actually seen, but based on my seniors who are predicted, it is going to go into second wave right now, and then shortly we would see a cessation of it.
Hmm, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to share about astrology is known as some kind of beliefs or misconceptions? Do you want to share little about it?
Actually, um, the most of the there are actually, if you want to predict, there is a lot to be understood, and it's not that just I look at the chart of yours and immediately pronounce, yeah, this is going to happen in your life, and this can go wrong or this can go good. There's a lot behind that. There's a lot of study that needs to go, and we'll have to read different charts and for different events or situations that occur in our life. So a commercial astrologers, they don't have much time to spend and dwell into each of those detailed activities, and sometimes they do um, you know go into commercial approach and charge more money for remedial measures that they do it. It's not actually a good practice to do it as per the rules that were outlined in the classical text. It was never the astrologers are never expected to quote a price and do predictions. And also, uh, it was never it is a rule that we should never be predicting anyone's life length of life, the mortality of it. So like that, there are many rules which were outlined. So and most of the people, they say, is just a um, because of the commercial aspect of it, the face value of astrology has actually receded. But in fact, it has a lot of depths and concepts which we need to learn, unless and otherwise our seers would have not coined the concepts at all, right? It's also a part of Vedic, the four Vedas which we have.
Mm,
Okay, next question.
yeah, yeah. I think. So Varsha was asking if COVID goes back, then back to normal, everyone will Wear mask. Varsha, I could not understand your question. You want to share something related to the topic?
No, I didn't ask a question. I said I think it's gonna go on for 3 more years.
Okay.
But now in this year everything go back normal, and then but everybody will be wearing masks. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to little share about the different wings of astroscience? Because I know it's very vast, but just to touch upon what all different aspects of astroscience is there.
I
Just
just mentioned earlier, like we have um, predictive astrology. In that, we have in astrology, actually, we have mathematical astrology, Ganita, and then horary astrology.
Mhm,
So in and Siddhantas, where we have rules laid out. And
mhm,
then in Ganita, where we do Panchanga calculations, the ephemeris, which we call it as.
mhm,
And then we have the other part of it is predictive or horary astrology, where we have in horary again we have the Prashna Shastra or um, the where we predict based on the questions that were asked from each um, member whoever visits, or we take their Janma Kundli and predict it. That's a Parashari system. And then we also have medical astrology, so where we predict based on your chart what kind of medical issues that will have that will crop up, or how is your health.
mhm,
Then we have annual horoscopy. So uh, um, chart, which is the birth chart, says about the entire life of yours. But if we would like to pinpoint any event or activity that is happening in a year, that is when we choose annual horoscope. That gives that by looking at it, we will be able to predict within that particular year if there is any activity. I mean, requested activity happens or not.
mhm,
Right? Like that, we have a lot of subjects.
mhm.
Then we
Okay.
have longevity calculations, which we do, but it was taught, but it is not something that we would be predicting. And then
Mhm,
we have Shadbala, the strengths of each planets, which we calculate based on that prediction is done. Then we have Gemini astrology, which was coined by Gemini, who is the disciple of Parashara. Like that,
mhm,
different subjects are there. It's about during our course, we've learned about 20 odd subjects which were taught to us during that period of 2 years.
mhm. Yeah. So does zodiac depend on Earth facing sun or something like that? Because it's related to the 12 months and 12 zodiac signs.
Yes, that's correct. It's actually the solar, each, see, when we are looking at the zodiac, when we are looking from Earth, we call that as geocentric. In that way, so if you are standing on Earth and gazing at the sky, we also feel like sun is also rotating, right? In fact, it is Earth that is rotating around sun, not the sun.
Mm,
It's a it's a deceive that we have, but generally we say sun travels sun. So it's actually Earth that is rotating. Because of that, we feel sun is moving. So from January, right, from a Vedic astrology, from December 14th, now we are in Sagittarius month, sun is posited. From January 14th onwards, sorry, December 14th is when it will come into, our, it goes into Sagittarius. From then onwards, there, when it goes to Capricorn on January 14th, we call that as Sankranti or Pongal, right? So when sun is actually moving from one house to another house, one zodiac sign to another zodiac sign, we call that as solar ingress in English, in astronomical
Solar
ingress,
Ingress.
INGRESS, ingress.
Okay.
So that is nothing but in our local language, it's Sankranti or Pongal. That happens each and every month. It ingresses from one house to another house. But
Okay.
when it is into from Sagittarius to Capricorn, when it does, that is when it is actually traveling from southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere. That is called in our Vedic parlance. So from Dakshinayana to Uttarayana,
Yes.
right? So that is the point which is very important. So that is why we take that as a major festival. And also during that time, we will have harvest coming home. That was the significance of that particular event which we have.
Yeah, there are few questions. I'll read out the questions. You can answer as you
Yeah.
share. So one is why we should not predict mortality, and how is astronomy and astrology related, and what is the first lesson of astrology if I don't know anything about whether Earth goes around Sun or Sun does goes around Earth. And Prapun is asking, after knowing our future, can we change it also? And is sunrise and sunset concept true? How much prediction can be correct or say true? Many of people don't believe on this, and many people just depend on this. Each small thing they live accordingly. So, how much person should follow it? Um,
Um, yeah. Can we go one by one?
yeah. Okay, then. Yeah. Why we should not predict mortality? That was the question by Srishti.
So it is always positivity which we are believed in. So if somebody comes and says to me, so you're going to die on so and so date, so my mind always recur and think about that negativity. So it is not always good. So from that aspect, I don't think that is good. And it's astrology is given, as I said earlier, it's a um, Jyotisha. It's considered as eye of the Vedas, or it's the eyes of Vedas, where they want us to see past, future, and present, and alter our situations to an extent possible. It's not like I say I'm predicting that there's a something is going to fall on your head, so you keep standing there and watch for it, right? So you will always make an effort to move away from that situation. So there are things which were given how you do that. And but at the same time, there's a concept of fate, free will and fate. So it is like this. It's the concept of karma, which is a very vast subject. So it would be difficult to explain to you within this hour, but a little reference that I can give you. So, and not sure if you guys, if you all have had an chance to look at the fields, or have you ever visited a village where you have seen um, to a small post which was fixed in the middle of a ground, the field. If they tie a calf or a bull or a buffalo, so the length of the rope is the free will within which, within a sphere to which the circle to which maximum it can go, and surrounding grass it can eat, right? From that post, if you take it as a middle point, so at on a 360-degree to a length of the rope, how much buffalo can uh, walk around and freely eat is the area to which it has freedom to do. pick and choose and live or eat. As I say, but there is the outer point of outside of that circle, the limitation to the length beyond the length of the rope is something that's the limitation to the buffalo. That's called fate, which is something that we cannot avoid. So the based on that's the analogy that I can correlate. So there are the karmas, the actions that we have. They are defined into druda karmas, druda, and agami karma. So druda is something which is fixed. It's very difficult. We will not be able to avoid such situations. Druda is something we have a semi, a there is some flexibility, but it's not fully. Agami karmas are something which are like future events, which are about to come. So those things which where you can, if you get to know well in advance, so you can do some prayashchitta, and then there's a way that you can, alter those events that can occur in future.
Yeah, that's what there was a question also from Mukunda. Is it good to know about future?
Yes, it's always good to know, right? So,
No,
but
like, I feel like what is the surprise in this life? Like, this life has many surprises. So, like, like all that surprises will go.
yeah, it is both the ways, right? So you will have good surprises and bad surprises. So it's up to us. Like it's not somebody is putting a gun on our head and asking us to go for a prediction. So if we like our life, we don't want any we want always surprises, so you can always go in that way.
Mm, yeah. Prapun, your question is answered. After knowing future, can we change? So I guess partially has answered.
Yeah.
So Anjali is asking how much predictions can be correct or true. Many people don't believe, and many people just depend on the predictions. So
Yeah, so I would say it is very difficult to judge a book by looking at the cover. So for that, we will have to learn the rules and um, the subject in depth, and then there is a possibility, and I have experienced it. It's definitely possible that predictions can go right.
mm,
I'll ask my parents. But
so
yeah,
Anjali, I hope that answer.
but yeah.
Yeah. Krishang is asking, are crystal balls fake?
But what do you mean by crystal balls fake? Can you elaborate your question?
Krishang? Krishang, are you there? Krishang? Your mic is muted.
I think he means the crystal balls that if you go like to people who predict the future, they will have a crystal ball in front of them and they look into the ball and say, "This is your future."
Yeah, there are different systems which have predictive capabilities, tarot cards. Um, you know, uh, they have their own merits. Yes, definitely. But I have not learned about it, so I will not be in a position to answer about it. I would always believe in learning that and understanding, and then you know uh, commenting about it. So
Yeah. So,
like
Shad,
it is always good, right? So we get to know about it, and then we can talk about it.
yeah. Shadak is asking how many constellations are in the space.
There are 27, actually 28, but we right now we have 27 who which are directly impacting us. which is Ashwini, Bharani,
Which is the
Vedic.
28th one?
What was the 38th one?
Yeah, which is the 28th one?
It's an Abhijit.
Okay.
It's
Now
called
it's
Abhijit constellation.
destroyed now?
Sorry?
Is it destroyed?
No, it's not destroyed. It was pushed away from so that it has only 3 degrees 20 minutes presence in between two constellations. We should already have it.
Yeah, Mukunda here. Like, how do you normally predict things? Do you normally like look at the hands and tell, or do you use any other method like the
See,
crystal
where
ball? Or...
prediction has many ways to do it. Like from classical astrology, what we need is your time of birth, place of birth, and date of birth. These three are a must for casting a horoscope of yours. Based on that, we will see at the time of you were born, at that moment, what was the presence of these planets in zodiac, and based on that, we do a prediction. Okay.
Mine's is Leo.
Okay.
Yeah.
On based on
Can you stop sharing the screen so they can see you on the top? I also forgot about it.
so Leo, fine. So it is based on what?
I
Is
think
it
my sun sign is Leo. No, sorry. My sun sign is Virgo and my moon sign is Crab. Cancer.
Cancer? Yeah.
Yeah, so if you are asking, can
So
you tell my future?
I mean,
Maybe you can share your number. If whoever wants to connect with you, they can connect with you.
yeah, I can do
I have
that.
a question. Satyanand uncle,
Yeah.
can you send the ways like many people see at the hands and tell your future, no? So can you tell the ways like if this line is like this, you will be like this, like a video like that in Slack, can you send?
Okay. So, but as I was saying earlier, my stream of astrology is something different than palmistry, right? We
Oh,
teach based on the zodiac thing, like
there's one app also for
chart.
future.
We need your natal chart that we need to cast it, and then based on that, I will do prediction.
Yeah.
are these future apps kind of things real? Like whatever are there in App Store and everything.
There is future apps. One will show you if you be a dadima how your face looks.
Yeah, all of that, is it real?
I don't know. I have not
I don't
downloaded
know.
it. I just saw it.
I've never come across that. I've never seen that.
Yeah, because I wanted to know is it real or not.
No, but one thing you can just by looking at your grandparents, you can know, right? So how they've eventually gone to that level. So it is certain that at one point in time, so you will also go into that stage. For that, you don't need to look into any astrological app.
It even tells when are you, like how do you look whenever you'll be an adult, like
Yeah, that's what even I'm telling.
I
Yeah,
know.
you can.
It tells, and one more is there. Your next generation, which animal will you be? Like that it will be.
That's a
Like
Chinese astrology.
all
Yeah.
of that, like what kind of animal will you become? Like all of that.
Yes, yes. Yeah, in the Parashari astrology also, we have divisional charts where they can tell you about your past life and future life. Yeah.
I
Any
want to
more
become.
questions? We
Sure.
will.
Questions?
Any more questions?
No.
Okay. So if you have more questions, you can connect with Satyanand. Satyanand, there some of them wanted to connect with you, so you can share your number on chat window. So people who wants to connect can connect. So now we will move on to the closing thoughts. So let's all whatever we can make the word cloud. So please share words that you heard or related to in the last 1 hour as part of our.
Latitude and longitude.
Okay. You can also type in chat window. You can also come on mic and share whatever you related in the last 1 hour.
Future.
Okay. More. Yeah. Prediction. Mortality. Time zone. More. Any word that you related in the last 1 hour.
Yeah. Mukunda, here are the who first started predicting fully.
Start prediction.
Yeah, who
Okay.
started prediction of everything.
Okay. COVID ending. Past life. Yeah. Karma. Zodiac for me. And
Constellations.
patterns. Yeah. Constellation.
Leo.
Stars. Leo. Yeah. Agamya karma. Yeah. Equinox. Then Sagittarius. Okay. Yeah. Yes, any more? Planets. Yeah. Equator. Then celestial bodies. 23.5 degree natal chart. Yeah, Greenwich. Yeah. Yeah, you can keep typing. I'll just move on to announcement. Then I will share this word cloud with all of you. Yes.
Leela, are you recording the session?
It's recorded.
Safe.
Yeah.